I've really been getting the itch to try out Black Desert Online because I've been watching other content creators that I like to watch, like Stoops and Caudy, play this game, and they seem like they've been having a lot of fun with it. So I wanted to try it out for myself. This is my brand new player experience to the game. So let's go ahead and get into it with what I thought about it, where I'm at right now, the things I like about it, the things I don't like about it, and if you should even play it or try it out as well. So immediately from starting up the game and creating your first character, you can tell that there are many different classes, and you can see the little videos playing of kind of how their play styles are down in the bottom right. Another thing to mention about the character selection and more into the customization aspect is that it is absolutely ridiculous in this game. That is one of the things I absolutely loved most about it. I love having the ability to be unique, not just in the skins that you wear, but also in how your character looks. So having a ton of customization around that was super attractive for me to come to the game. It was a very welcomed aspect. You can customize hair, the length of it, the individual length of like bangs on this side or bangs on this side, or the length of your like your chops on male characters, of your sideburns, and you know, the facial hair and tattoos. You can move them around. It is absolutely ridiculous. So you can lengthen one portion of the torso or widen it or make it thinner. You can add muscle tone. You can take away muscle tone. You can add in more thickness into like the arms if you just want to make your male character like super beefy, or maybe your female character less beefy or more beefy, or whatever you want to do. You can literally do it. It is so cool. I ultimately went with Dark Knight, and I'm having a blast playing her, I will just say that. But it was the most attractive class to me in terms of the play style, because you're kind of like zip zooming around everywhere. The colors, the animations were really cool for me to watch. Another one that I was thinking about was Draconia. I believe that's how you say it. The class that has like a dragon aspect to her. I think I'm probably going to try that one out next. But there are tons of different characters and different play styles for you to choose from and enjoy. And you should definitely be taking advantage of it because the graphics in this game are insane. I mean, look at the detail on just this armor. Okay, this is ridiculous. It's so freaking sick. I mean, you like zoom in and look at the amount of detail just on like the sword, or even just down to like the shoes, and looking at how much detail there is. And even the pets, look at my little pets, man. Like, there is so much detail in this game. The graphics look incredible. So you've got to take advantage of all the customization options, okay? As soon as you create your new adventurer, you get to choose which server you want to go on. I am doing the season server. It works a little bit differently than from the normal servers. From what I understand, you level up quicker and you get way more experience. It's just a much faster, accelerated experience. Plus, you have like the season pass that you can earn rewards for the season that help you gear even faster. So of course, I went with the season option. Now, aside from that, BDO is also having a ton of freebies that they're giving away, which is really cool. I don't know what the hell any of these things are, like Jay's hammer. I don't know what the hell it is, but it's red, and so I'm assuming it's pretty important. But all I know is that I got a few free outfits, and you have to love it. And there's a lot of really good skins in this game for every class. I've looked through a lot of them, but that feeling that you're just getting a lot of free stuff is cool. It's exciting, right? Especially being able to customize how you look and not having to stick with the plain old basic starter armor look as soon as you start the game. That's cool, and that was really enjoyable. So I'm glad that they're doing that. Keep that up. Keep giving away free skins or free stuff. That's always a good thing, right? People like that. But I ultimately went with the super new player starting position, where it takes you through the whole main story quest, and I'm very glad I did. I will say at the very beginning, I was pretty overwhelmed by all of the UI systems, all the alerts and everything that was going on. If I were to give you any advice as a brand new player, as soon as you get into the game, just go to the alerts and turn everything off. it is so much better because it's so overwhelming having something pop up every 5 seconds and you're not really sure what's going on. You don't know what a guild is, a node is, a guild war, all this kind of stuff. It's crazy. Ultimately, getting into the story quest line, it was pretty fun. I've enjoyed the story quests so far. As of right now, I am in Kamasilva or Kamalsivia or Kamal. I am there and I'm enjoying the quest line and I have enjoyed the whole thing. I definitely think that there could be a better informational system in this game to, you know, literally hold your hand and walk you through, because there's so many items in this game. And that is kind of bringing me to my next point, is that there is an overwhelming amount of different items that I've been receiving, and I read it and I read the usage and I'm just like, dude, what the hell is going on? I don't know if I need this, if I don't need this. Should I sell it? Should I put it on the central market? Should I store it? Should I use it on this character? Should, you know, there's so much stuff. So as a new player, definitely overwhelming. It's not just like potions and armor. It's like potions, armor, stones, gems. You know, there's just so much, and it's definitely overwhelming. I think if they just had a super simple graph, or, you know, something in the UI that showed you your gear progression, generally what it can look like, you know, going from point A to point B to point C, you know, what items you might be using at each one of those different points, that would be extremely useful. And if they do have that, and maybe I haven't seen it yet, if you're a veteran player watching this, please let me know, because right now I'm super overwhelmed at what I need to do after the season ends, because I have pen gear for my Tavula gear, or level 5, I think that's pen, for all of my gear, so I'm not really sure what to do at this point. I think that's, you know, pretty much it for the season. I might be wrong, or maybe you get like boss gear or something like that, but again, I'm not really sure, because I haven't seen anything in the game that directly says, yes, like this is what you need to do from this point to continue progressing in power, or, you know, your level, or whatever it may be. But as far as ranking up your gear and enhancing it, it is pretty intuitive once you get the hang of it, once you get the basics. But again, back to the item bloat, there's so many different items that you can use to enhance your chances of weapon honing, and then there's like, you know, some that give you a 100% chance but take away 20 durability, which, speaking on that a little bit, when I was honing my weapon up to this pin Tavula level, at one point I had decreased all the durability down on it, so it was unusable, and I was like, wait, what the hell? I can't use this weapon, you know, what do I need to do? And I had to actually look up a couple guides to raise the max durability back again. I feel like that's a really weird feature in the honing, that you can, you know, decrease the durability. I kind of understand it, but at the same time, it's just a weird system that now is, you know, even more of an inconvenience from, you know, having all these items, trying to level it up. I'm surely there's a different way that they could add that in the game. And if something like that could inconvenience someone to not even really play the game through and get the awakening and get into the end game, like, you want all of your players getting to the end game, because that's where the real game is, right? Getting players there, it should be a road where you're learning the fundamentals of the game, how it works. You shouldn't be having to like learn all the intricacies and having a lot of inconveniences along the way, because then it just makes the experience not fun. With that being said though, the combat in this game, the gameplay as a whole, is absolutely incredible. I have had a blast playing this game. I have absolutely loved learning the combos on Dark Knight and testing out Succession, the Awakening builds. Very much looking forward to continue learning about it. It's very rewarding to learn the combos and to be using it on mobs or bosses or whatever it is. It's super rewarding, and I really have enjoyed the combat experience, even from the beginning of the story, how you progressively kind of learn more combos. It's not overwhelming to the point where you suddenly have, you know, 40 combos that you have to learn, or 40 skills, or whatever it may be, but instead you kind of have these basic skills, and as you level up, you unlock more and unlock more, and, you know, your current skills get better, or they have like add-ons, and then you learn whole new skills that are, of course, new button combinations that you can then combo or link from your old skills. So it's a very gradual progression in that way, and I really enjoyed that, because of a lot of the other things that were overwhelming. The combat, the fun, the gameplay was not overwhelming. It was just a pure joy. On that note though, I did want to say a couple of things that I thought were weird, and one of them is the fact that you cannot switch your skill presets except for every 10 minutes. Not only that, but you have to be at the NPC and talk to them in order to switch your presets. So, you know, if you're playing Succession and you want to, you know, you're out in the middle of the wild and you want to switch to your Awakening build, or, you know, whatever it may be, then you have to go back to that NPC and talk to him, and he'll switch your preset, or she will switch your preset for you basically. And I feel like that's kind of weird. Like, that's a super inconvenience. You have this character, right? You know these skills and stuff, and you just want to switch your skills. So, I don't know how to do that. I gotta go talk to this dude so I can do it. You know, that's weird. That doesn't seem like it's very intuitive to me. So that was kind of a pain in the ass, I won't lie. So maybe there's a way around this or something. Maybe, yeah, you know, a veteran player can let me know, or maybe there's a different way to do it. But yeah, I just thought that was really weird. And also, on that front of things that I thought were really weird, this skin, which is for sure a one of the classic skins for the Dark Knight, I really like this skin. I think it's really cool. All the metallicness of it, the weapon is so sick. But I really like this skin. I thought it was really cool. And I got it in a chest at the end of the Valencia storyline. But come to find out, I can only keep it on for 7 days. Why? Why am I getting a reward for finishing the end of the story, or a story quest? But it's like a skin demo. Like you demo it. Like, I went to the shop and said, hey, I want to try this skin out for 7 days, and they're like, okay, here, you can try it out for 7 days. Go ahead, see if you like it and want to buy it. But no, I didn't do that. I got it as a reward for finishing the quest line, but I can only keep it for 7 days. So that is really strange to me. Why don't you just give him the skin, right? You finish the storyline. I was so hyped. I was like, dude, this is the skin I wanted. This is sick. And then I asked the chat, I was like, why does it say it's only 7 days that I have this? And they're like, yeah, you only have it for 7 days. And I was like, what? So that was a really weird thing to me. You know, those two things I think were probably the most strange occurrences that happened to me while I was playing the game. I was just like, that's kind of confusing. Why do they have that? You know, why is this in the game in that way? Do y'all have an answer? Please enlighten me. So I'm about 35 hours into the game, and this has just been my experience. But overall, would I recommend anyone to play this game? Yeah, absolutely. You need to try it. The graphics are insane. The combat is so good. The progression system, while it is kind of quirky, it's a little wonky in my opinion in how it actually functions. It is reasonable. It does make sense once you start to get into it and you start to learn the little nuances of everything. And there is a lot of knowledge. There's a lot of guides out there to help you through that. But overall, the amount of enjoyment I've had over the last week or so playing this game is awesome. It's way up there. And there's no game that is perfect. Period. There's just not. But the number one thing I feel like in any game is that you want the developers, you want the company to be trying to improve the game and make it better and listen to the community. And I feel like just from hearing what other players have said about the game that have been playing it for a while is that they are definitely trying to do that right now, and they're making big changes. And that is always huge news, not just for veteran players, but also new players like me that want to come in and try this game. So that pretty much wraps up my new player experience so far. I definitely want to make another video after I get to the end game and I experience a little bit more things that this game has to offer. Let me know down in the comments below what you feel like I should do. Maybe some of your experience and what would have made it better for you as a new player. That way I can do it and really still enjoy this game, because I'm having an absolute blast and I can't wait to keep playing it. If you're a new player and you're trying this game out, or you are thinking about trying this game out, like the video. If you're a veteran player, like the video too, because we got new players coming into this game and that's always good. And I cannot wait to see you on my next video. I hope you have a fantastic day.